Cowboys. DC4L, DC4L, Dallas Cowboys. DC4L, DC4L. Dallas Cowboys win the game. Dallas Cowboys get the ring. Dallas Cowboys own game. Dallas Cowboys. DC4L, DC4L. Dallas Cowboys. DC4L, DC4L. Dallas Cowboys win the game. Dallas Cowboys get the ring. Dallas Cowboys own game. Hey, Dallas Cowboys win the game. Dallas Cowboys get the ring. Dallas Cowboys when I swing. Dallas Cowboys when I swing. DC forever for life. Blue and gray got the white. Offense and defense is out of sight. Running their run better, running right. What do y'all know about them boys?
We have an old school, old-fashioned NFC East game over the horizon. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, going into filthy Eagles in 3 more days to play Sunday night football. Can you believe we are the underdogs? The filthy Eagles are favored now by 6 points. They're favored by 6 points. Are they disrespecting our defense? Well, first, let me say thank you guys for coming to the channel, JMac Sports 24/7. I'm JMac. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you haven't, please like, please share, please subscribe. Please help promote the channel, help the channel build. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I should be excited about the game or should I be in somewhat despair about the game. If I listen to the talking heads, if I adhere to what they're saying, if I believe what they're saying and I soak it in, we don't have a chance in hell to win this game. I'm hearing stories like we're going to get blown out. Blown out. The Dallas Cowboys, blown out. A lot of it is based on how the Dallas Cowboys perform in the first game against Tampa Bay, and some of the rest of it is because we have Cooper Rush. That's a part of it. The big part is that the Eagles' offense is so lethal that our defense will not have an answer for their offense. If you listen to the talking heads, yesterday, as far as I can remember, the Dallas Cowboys were underdogs by 5. Now it's 6. It's up to 6 points now. Hey, heck, by the time we get to the game, it'll probably be a full 7 points. The Dallas Cowboys are expected to go into Philadelphia and lose this game. Wait a minute. Hold up. We have no pressure on us. No pressure on us. All the pressure lies with Philadelphia. It's a win-win for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a win-win. We going in there into the game with our backup quarterback. That's it. We're 4-1, backup quarterback. If we lose, okay, we lost to the team that was the last remaining team that was undefeated. I'm hyped. So I just want to show you. I listened to a couple of the shows and it gets the blood running. You want to get out there and hit yourself, right? But so bear with me for if you can. I appreciate it. Check this out.
Dak Prescott returning to practice yesterday for the Cowboys, throwing passes for the first time since thumb surgery. However, his coach Mike McCarthy says Cooper Rush is likely to start again in this massive game Sunday night in Philadelphia. Here's McCarthy with the update.
You got to trust the medical process. I mean, this is a 17-game season. That was my immediate response. I know Dak didn't want to hear it, but we got to make sure that he's right for the long haul too. Not that I'm saying we're being conservative, because it doesn't really line up with him and the way he approaches preparing for the play. But Yeah, this really is following the medical timeline, and he's doing all the things you could possibly do and more to get ready. But I don't think it would change from my view.
Well, it's interesting. So, Dan, he says that the conservative approach doesn't necessarily line up with Dak, but it sort of does line up with the way the Cowboys have done their business the last couple of years.
It does, and especially with Dak Prescott. When you think about last year in training camp, bringing him back from the ankle injury, the way that he had a shoulder problem crop up and they kept him out of training camp action for a while. They sat him down for a regular season game last year when he had a calf injury that he felt like he could play through. So this is consistent with the way they've handled their injury situations over the last couple of years. And McCarthy's answered a question there about that has the performance of the team in the meantime affected Dak's timetable. And of course they're going to say no because they can, right? They're 4-0 since he got hurt, and they're able to hold him out another week if they need to, which it sounds like, you listen to him, it sounds like they will.
Absolutely. I think we should all expect for Cooper Rush to be playing this week, which led to a terrible travesty being done on this program an hour ago. So I asked for everyone's picks to be put up on the screen, and look at the injustice that was done upon the Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy, and the MVP, Cooper Rush, and the best player in the sport, which is Micah Parsons and everybody else. So I want to make my case for the Cowboys. And in so doing, I'm going to yield my time to my colleague from Texas. Here's my friend Michael Urban on First Take.
I remember reading the word said, God didn't send Goliath to slay David. God sent Goliath to show David within him lies a giant slayer. And you're sending the Eagles right at the right time so the Cowboys can show within them lies a giant slayer. And we gonna be the best. We'll stop right here now.
What he said. That's exactly right.
Did you do wrong?
Within Cooper Rush, D-Wood. You can argue with that. The giant slayer that lies within Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys are going in there exactly the way they want it, with everybody on Get Up saying they have no chance, and they're going to beat the Eagles on Sunday night.
Listen, I'm not putting it past the Cowboys to do it. I'm not. I'm picking the Eagles, but when you got the Dallas Cowboys have a recipe. They got a running game. They got a nasty defense. If the quarterback takes care of the football, I think that's going to be the big thing. If he takes care of the football, the Dallas Cowboys have a chance to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. We talked about in the first hour. Philadelphia got injured, they're banged up on the offensive line. That's where this game is really going to be won. This game is strength on strength. Philly O-line, Dallas defensive front. Injuries with the Philadelphia offensive line. We'll see how it plays out in this game.
We just keep talking about Dallas' defense like Philadelphia defense isn't better than Dallas' defense.
This dude right here is a hater. He's a hater. I have never, ever, I don't remember ever seeing him pick Dallas to win any game. He's a hater as big as his neck is. He's a hater.
This is a coming out party for Jalen Hurts. Most of his career, he's been a second option. We've always sit on this stage for the majority of his career talking about what he ain't. Now he's going to show us and tell us what he is. And what he is the leader of this football team. Listen, he may not be the leader or be able to be the leader for other teams, but he is the perfect fit. And like Bernard Hopkins told me, was built lasts longer than was born. And this is a guy who has built himself, remade his throwing motion, reworked on being able to be accurate in the middle of the field. He is a new quarterback, a better quarterback. And I think they have their long-term solutions at the quarterback position in the city of brotherly love, brother.
That may very well be. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Hurts. I love the story and I love the player. But I will say, you watch the Eagles play week in, week out, Nico. They've been begging to be beat. They have been itching to get knocked off the last couple of weeks. I mean, if what's his name, Kyler Murray doesn't slide a yard short a week ago, who knows what conversation we're having today. They could easily, if they're down 2 touchdowns to Jacksonville the week before, it's not like they've been blowing everybody out. And the Cowboys, whether anyone on this stage wants to admit it or not, are the best team they've played so far by far as well.
Granted, but
The Cowboys are better than
But they have won. They have won in these games. In
Right.
situations,
I'm not taking it
you
away
have to
from
win
them.
in situations. So this is what I feel like. I feel like right now we're passing around a broomstick, right? And we're looking at the beehive. Like, hey, you hit the beehive. No,
Hater.
you hit the beehive. Well, guess who's going to hit the beehive?
Hater.
The Cowboys are going to hit the beehive. They're going to walk up to that thing. They're going to swing and hit that beehive. They're walking into a nest. They're going to walk into it. Because this game,
What does that mean?
the Eagles, this means that the Eagles
About to get stung,
are about to
Greeny.
get stung up and they might be allergic. So listen,
No
this game-
EpiPens.
This game for the Eagles is everything that they want as an organization. They want the Cowboys to come to their place in the division and beat up on them, because that sets the tone, not only for the division, but for the NFC. Because I believe that the Eagles have made a statement so far this season. They're 5-0. They're going to make another statement. Yeah, if they won this way, they won that way, but they win. They're winning. So their defense is number 4 in the NFL. Their offense is number 2. They're going to make a statement. Cowboys are going to hit that beat.
All right, so the Eagles are the bees, right? They're a beehive. You know what the Cowboys have? They have an EpiPen, and his name is Micah Parsons.
Okay.
Micah Parsons is the guy. He's going to, you said it earlier.
Yeah, I ain't said
You used the word mirror. I'm going to use the word spy. We always talk about spy.
Yeah.
Anywhere he goes, I go.
Okay.
You think Jalen Hurts is going to outrun Micah Parsons? I'm telling you right now, Parsons is faster than Jalen Hurts.
You don't have to, Green. Pixie, tell you what, you know what happens when you do that little mirror and you're spying?
Yeah.
You know what you end up? You end up short. You know what's open behind you? A lot of field between the safety and behind the linebackers. And Jalen Hurts going to buy just enough time to suck Michael Parsons in. Come on, little dog. Dump it right over his head.
Danny, help me out here.
No, I mean, the Cowboys can win the game. The issue I have with Michael Irvin's argument is, when did the Eagles become a giant? Like,
Right.
like they're not some
The
monster
Cowboys are the
team,
giant.
right? Like, we're going to find out on Sunday night a lot more than we already know about both of these teams. But I think, we picked the Eagles because we feel like, they're home, they have the better overall team. Doesn't mean it was an easy pick. Right? I mean, the Cowboys can absolutely win this game with Cooper Rush. They can absolutely win this game by pushing the Eagles around up front, which no one has yet, but the Cowboys have players that other people don't have.
The only way the Cowboys win is if they run the football successfully on first down. If they can win on first down, set up smaller, shorter down and distances, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, that's going to help their backup quarterback. And if I walked into the defensive staff meeting room for the Philadelphia Eagles, I walked in and talked to the players and said, guys, listen up. To win this football game, we got to stop the run. If we stop the run, we can get after the quarterback. That's going to be the matchup here. Can the Cowboys run on the Eagles, and can the Eagles stop the run early?
So again, where's the game won? Where is this game won?
In the trenches.
Trenches.
Why, that's why I'm here on the set. Okay, someone to bring some sense to this whole thing. Because you're absolutely right. For Philadelphia, make Cooper Rush beat you.
Yes.
Make Cooper Rush beat you. Get him in 3rd and long and say, I need you to go find CD Lamb play after play after play. If he does that, congratulations, you deserve it. But I'm gonna make Cooper Rush beat me.
Nico, you said, okay, right? Everybody agrees that J.J. Watt is the farthest ballot Hall of Famer. Before Aaron Donald, he was like the guy, Captain America, the guy that everybody believed was like the best defense player we've ever seen.
Right.
What did you guys used to do? Every time I watched them play the Patriots, I didn't even know that J.J. Watt was on the field. What did you guys used to do to J.J. Watt, and what can the Eagles mimic to do that same thing to Michael Parsons?
J.J. Watt likes to swim move. He likes to backdoor things. He likes to get in the backside of things, try and run stuff down. So we would go directly at J.J. Watt with traps, with direct runs, because he was trying to avoid the block, try to get around the block.
So run the
and we
ball
run
at
straight
Micah Parsons.
You run straight at him.
Lead him into
He's
submission.
trying to avoid the block. He's trying to move. He's trying to dip and swim around these guys. That's where the crease is at.
See, there's so many things about this game that I like the way they sets up for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are playing with house money. They've won 4 games without Dak Prescott. No one expected that at all. They would have signed for that in the blink of an eye. The whole world, everyone on this set, everyone everywhere is talking about the Eagles are the best team. They're the unbeaten team. They're the one expected to win. If the Cowboys lose this game, I don't think anyone asks any questions. They're going to get their star quarterback back. If the Eagles lose this game in their own building to the backup quarterback, I think the entire conversation in the National Football League changes Monday.
So much of sports is psychological. We talked about.
See why I'm pissed, why I'm hyped. The haters coming out, and a lot of people are going to drink the Kool-Aid. They're going to drink this Kool-Aid that Dallas going to walk in or come into Philadelphia and get slaughtered. All right. And I disagree. The only way the Cowboys can win is run the ball. They're disrespecting our defense. Turnovers is what we do. And the Cowboys have more hits and more pressures on the quarterback than any other team. Okay? I think we second in sacks. Second or third. But pressures, getting to the quarterback, disrupting the rhythm of the quarterback, we're number 1. So now, okay. One of a game plan for the Eagles, let's run towards Michael Parsons. Okay, that makes sense. That's smart. That's smart football. I agree with that. Okay, but it's not just Micah Parsons playing on that defense. I mean, we got some studs. You still got, Tank Lawrence. Dorrance Armstrong is making a name for himself. But, okay, so go ahead and run to Micah Parsons and free up everyone else. Trayvon Diggs, okay? But then the caveat, the recipe is Dan Quinn. Don't you think Dan Quinn recognizes that? I'm sure he understands that there may be a game plan for the offense of the Eagles. It's to run towards Micah Parsons. So I like Dan Quinn as our defensive coordinator. I mean, any other coordinator we may have had in the past, you may, wonder about this because, in the past, on both sides of the ball, we go in halftime and didn't even make any adjustments, any checks, but Dan Quinn is doing that. Dan Quinn is making adjustments. And now we're like, going, 4-1, that's 6, 6 games into the season. Our defense is ready. They have not played their best game yet. So pressure's all on the Eagles. It's a mental. And if they start to get down, or get behind, and when you really have to depend on Jalen Hurts to win with his arm, and that's the key right there. Well, it's two keys. Making Jalen Hurts. Actually, both teams, this is the game plan for both teams. Make each quarterback win the game with their arm. Same for the Eagles against the Cowboys. They want Cooper Rush to beat them with his arm. Jalen Hurts has not proven to me or to a lot of these so-called experts that he's ready to beat teams with his arm alone. So there's going to be a lot of read options. I anticipate a lot of read options. And as the thick neck dude said, suckle Michael in just to dump the pass off to, a scat back or to a receiver. That's been teams that tried this already. But, on paper, they see the Eagles are better than Dallas in every position. I heard they had if not one of the best secondary in the entire league. 2 cornerbacks. Gonna try to play CD and Michael Gallup man on man. Okay? Okay. Dude, this is okay. Oh, okay. That's your game plan? That's your game plan. Okay. Again, if we lose this game, there's no pressure. There's no pressure on us. We lost because we didn't have Dak. We can't turn the ball over, but neither can the Eagles. The filthy Eagles can't turn the ball over either. We coming in there with house money. House money, baby. House money. Who doesn't love to play with house money? You're not losing anything, right? It's all the game. You're not losing anything. The game will be won in the trenches, and I trust our defensive line more so than their offensive line or their offensive line against our defensive line. What I've seen, and their team is a paid for hire team, meaning they went and hired people or brought in people from other teams to make up their team. Our team is built through the draft. Okay, young bloods, eager to make names for themselves, like Dorrance Armstrong. Want their second paycheck. Okay, a lot of these guys on their second, third paychecks for the Eagles, but we got guys on their first paycheck or their first contract, if you will, not paycheck, contract. And so, I like the intangibles for Dallas than the filthy Eagles. I love our intangibles, And if you tune into the Philadelphia radio station, Sports WIP, I mean, you're talking about delusional, and they like to say that we Dallas Cowboy fans are delusional. Okay, I'm hearing everyone from Philadelphia saying Philly's going to walk us. It's going to kill us. It's walk. I mean, who have they beaten that bad yet? I like that. I mean, this is slaughtered. Who? Okay, but they're going to do that to Dallas and our defense. They're going to do. Okay, this is delusional, right? Thinking, right here. But I tell you. When Dallas win this game Sunday, if you have a way to stream WIP radio show, sports radio show in Philadelphia, stream it and listen to Monday morning. Actually, try to call in late Sunday night. But Monday morning, oh my gosh, it's to be a Cowboy. It's going to be amusing. It's going to be amusing because their Super Bowl, whether they were 5-0 or not, is playing the Dallas Cowboys. It really is. They're a Super Bowl. And they hated that our true rival, was against the Washington Commodores, right? Over the years. But they wanted to be in the mix. They wanted to be them. They hated the fact that Dallas didn't feel this animosity towards them as they did the Cowboys. They hated that. I know this because I lived in Philadelphia for almost 20 years. I listened to the radio show I watched the television shows. I went to the games. I used to live in South Philly. Southwest South Philly, Mount Airy. I lived in South Philly where the stadium is at. When they hit the vet. I used to go to the game when they hit the vet. That horrible stadium. So, I mean, I'm excited that we got the game coming up. I'm excited for a lot of reasons because I'm just a sports nut, and about college basketball is like 27 days left for I see my Tar Heels suit up and play a game. But this game here, before I moved to Philadelphia in 87. I used to get hyped and worked up against the Washington Redskins, now the Washington Commodores. I should get really hyped about that game. That whole week was my week because that was the true rival in the league and the division. Cowboys and Indians, Indians and Cowboys. That was the true rival right there. But and then again, I'm living in North Carolina. Had no idea up in Philadelphia that those fans was really hating on Dallas. I guess I know. I really to this day don't understand why. They say the fans, but I don't get it. But to me, it's just a lot of envy. It's our fan base is bigger. They hate our cheerleaders. Our cheerleaders are better looking uniforms for our cheerleaders. The actual uniform of the players, we have the star, is more recognizable than what you see on the Eagles helmet. Internationally known is the star. They hate the star. They didn't like Tom Landry. They didn't like Jimmy Johnson. They despised Michael Irvin. They didn't like Troy Aikman. And believe it or not, they didn't even like Emmitt Smith. They didn't like TD, Tony Dorsett. They didn't like Drew Pearson. They didn't like Randy White, Harvey Martin. It is what it is. And I'm excited about going to the game, not going to the game, watching the game. I'm kind of shocked that the Eagles are favored by 6 points. It went from 5 to 6. So this is going to be an old school game, but Dallas going to come in. Hey, listen, if by chance the football gods do not favor the Dallas Cowboys Sunday night and we lose this game, I'm not going to lose any sleep. And I don't think neither will you, because we know Dak Prescott didn't play. We know that. But if we win this game, It's Super Bowl talk. It's Super Bowl discussion every week. And also, do you see Philadelphia beating the Dallas Cowboys twice? If they win this game, I mean, come on now. Come on. Think about this. We swept them last season. Both quarterbacks going to try to get the ball out of their hands very quick. I don't think Cooper Rush going to try to hold on to the ball. He's going to. I would imagine there'll be some like 3-step dropbacks in the game plan. They are going to try to run the ball. The Cowboys game plan. You're going to have to run the ball, but you're going to have to use some serious play action, because I do believe that they're going to try to place a man on CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. I don't anticipate seeing on a lot of Tony Pollard, and I'm going to tell you why. Tony Pollard has a lot of skills, offensive skills. One skill Tony Pollard lacks is being able to block, pick up a blitz. And the Eagles are going to blitz. And that's where we need to see how Cooper Rush progress through that blitz. They will blitz. Anticipate that's going to happen. And so then Tony Pollard in the backfield, picking up a blitz. I see a lot of Zeke in this game. I do see him being spared on running plays where Tony Pollard will run the ball. But on passing downs, I don't see it. I don't see Tony Pollard getting in the game. Unless there's an empty backfield and it's definitely going to be like a 2-step, 3-step drop. If it can be a 2-step drop and let it go. I don't see him on any passing downs this game because the Eagles will blitz. They will dog it. They will come. They will dog it. All right, that's it. I'm hyped. Are you hyped? Do me a favor, please share this video. I really appreciate if you subscribe and like. Please hit the like. It helps me build the channel. And I appreciate the love that you're giving the brother. Peace, 2 fingers.